Hey there, I am headed out to the back side of the driveway garden because I thought that we could play around with some plant placement. And then I don't like these chairs that I have out here, so I thought maybe I would try a bench in there instead and plant my hydrangeas that I got at Lowe's the other night. And then I also have some odds and ends that I've been kind of keeping. So I'm going to flip you around and show you what I'm thinking, and then maybe we'll throw some plants in the ground. These are the chairs, and I think they're too big for the rock circle that I have, and I wanted to put the hydrangeas back there, so I think I'm going to move them out and then put everything back there, like the hydrangea, and I have some hosta. So I'm going to move those out and then place all the stuff back there and see how it looks. All right, kind of like that. Let me put this chair down and then I'll bring you in for a closer look. Okay, I think I'm gonna put like some kind of white stone in that circle and put a bench there. So this is what I'm thinking over here. These right here are the Annabelle hydrangeas that I dug up. I have 4 of them. I know they don't look good, but they'll pop back next year. So then I put the quick fires right there in front because they're like that pinky red. Remember when I showed you the color? They're like that color. So I thought that would really pop next to the white Annabelles. And then I put an autumn frost, and I think that is autumn frost, and I think that is called fire and ice, just for some color. So what do you think? That looks pretty good. And then maybe back where that bird house, I would get like maybe a tree of some kind. Maybe an arborvitae or like a tree that stays evergreen, I think would look good there. And then if we pan around, I have just some odds and ends hosta. There's a brunnera. He's not doing so great. But then when you come over here, I have another part of the garden that I thought, let's see, that's a ragweed, some black-eyed Susan, and then corabels, ferns, and some odds and ends of some more hostas. I have some more foam flowers, another fern, and then I have these tiny little, I don't know what they're called, school mouse hostas. They don't get, they're so cute. They don't get much bigger than that. So I thought maybe, and then in this open space, I could get like a stepping stone or like a tiny little hardscape thing. And then I could also put a tree that matches right there. So the path would come from the back and kind of go up like this. And then there would be a tree there and a tree there. And then this would be kind of the flow, and it would ring around and then come over to this side. So that looks pretty good, right? And if, I don't like anything, I can always move it in the spring, but at least for now, I kind of have a little bit of a flow. So I think what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to start planting everything, and then when I get done, I'll kind of do another tour of everything when it's in the ground. was planting that first set, I was thinking about this circle and what I wanted in there. And you know, I wouldn't have to put a bench in there. I could put in a bird bath. I could do some like a topiary or some boxwoods. It wouldn't necessarily have to be like a seating area because I don't foresee us ever coming back here and sitting. So it would basically be just like for the look of it. But the more I think about it, the more I like maybe putting some boxwoods in, maybe with a bird bath and then gravel. How would that look? That would look cool, right? Oh, another account on YouTube, and her name is Jess. That's the name of her channel, Jess, Jes. And she, I think, has a bird bath with some, I think they're like boxwood topiaries, and like a hardscape like this with stone, and it looks really cool. So maybe I could do something like that instead of having a bench, if I don't you know, like the way it looks, because I feel like it's gonna block, like the bench is gonna be taller than what these plants are, and it might like block the view of the plants. So maybe I could do something like that instead of having like a bench or chairs back here. I could just do like 4 boxwoods in a circle with a bird bath. That would be cool looking too. And the birds do come back here, and it is in the shade, so that would also work. Visually, it will give you something to look at. And I love having like a hardscape like that in the garden, like a bird bath or a chair, or, you know, something that is not just plants, you know. This is my last hosta on this side. And then we will be done with this little circle around my rockscape. What do you call it? It's a hardscape, right? When you do I have any landscapers that follow me? It's like a hardscape in your garden. Is that what they're called? When they're not a living thing. There. All right, let me turn you around and I'll show you what it looks like. That is what it looks like with the plants in. I wish my Annabelles were a little bit more lively, but I don't know, in next spring, I think that's gonna look really good. Now I just need to figure out what I am gonna do with this. I think I'm gonna probably have to play around with a couple of different looks until I get a feel for it. But so far it's coming right along. And now we have this over here to plant. I have, let's see, that is a ragweed. It gets like a yellow flower on it, so I put some black-eyed Susans behind it. And then I have this, let me see what hosta this is. It is Paul's Glory. And I think I got this either at Home Depot or Menards. And then this one over here is Sugar and Spice. And then in front of those two hostas in kind of a little drift, I have some corabels. I think they are Pumpkin Spice. And the two ferns I think are autumn ferns. I don't think I have the tags in them. I will, if it's not called an autumn fern, I'll come back and let you know and put it on the screen. And then in front here, I've got these little school mouse hosta. So I think I like the placement of these, so I'm gonna throw them in the ground where they are too. this stuff behind me, like all this stuff here, that is all getting moved. Like I said, this is a first year garden, and I'm just trying to give it a purpose back here because it was so overgrown and filled with trees, and there's like, it's the next day. I was planting along and before I realized it, my phone ran out of battery and it died. So I am going to go through and plant up all these corabels, and I will show you what it looks like at the end. How do you like this? I pulled the hostas from up front and I moved them back there. I put in all the other hostas and the ferns. So I needed a little pop of color to break up the green. So I put in 2 different kinds of heuchera. I have, one is hopscotch, and then the other one is, let me grab the tag. And then the other one is pumpkin spice. What do you think? That kind of breaks up all the green, right? And then I thought, here I could get some carex grass for a different texture, because I have a lot of the same between the hostas, the ferns, and the corabels. I have a lot of the same textures going on, so I thought I could pop in some carex grass right there in the front to kind of break it up a little bit. Okay guys, I just finished planting up all the corabels, so I'm gonna walk you through everything that we did from yesterday to today. So we started over here in my little circle landscaping, and we planted some hosta, fire and ice, and Jack Frost. And then we went through and we planted those hydrangea and then some more hosta. And then we came over here and we put in the ferns and those 2 hosta over there. And then just now I planted up the corabels. I have 1, 2, 3 kind of in a triangle, and 1, 2, 3 kind of in a triangle, just to give it a little pop of color. And then I think in front here I will get some carex grass just for some different colored texture and pop that in. So it's coming right along, you guys. It looks great. And the more I think about this circle, the more I think I want to put some boxwoods in there with a bird bath. So I am going to maybe run tonight and see what I can find and pick up some carex grass from Lowe's, because if you saw my other video, they have huge carex grass there right now. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I think I'm gonna call it quits for this video. Thank you guys for following along in my driveway garden journey, and I hope you watch the next video because there's more to come. Have a great day, you guys. Bye-bye. Hey guys, I was gonna end the movie there, but then Scott and I were out here last night and I did a bunch of mulching, and Scott laid brick, and I put stone in the circlescape and a bird bath, and I wanted to spin you guys around and show you how it looks so far. Oh, and I laid mulch too. So I'm gonna flip you around and show you so far what it looks like on the back side of the driveway garden. So I made this stone border just a little bit bigger, and then I am going to continue it from here, and I'm going to swing it over to around by that tree. So this will be a bed, and then this will be the entrance from the front of the driveway. And it has a big open space right here, and then another path up to the bird bath. What do you guys think? I really like that there. It's super simple. It kind of pops a little bit. I'm gonna sit on it for a little bit and see if I want to add topiaries. There's a lot of green back here. I don't know. I think I like it just like that. So I need to get more stone. I only got 4 bags. I should have got 6. But that is how it looks. And I threw down some mulch. And then I went and got some carex grass and threw that in there. And I put some stones around it just to kind of make it pop a little bit. And then I will finish mulching over in this area. And like I said, I'm going to swing it around up to that tree. So where all of this stuff is will be garden as well. So I think for right now, it's looking pretty happy. I love this old brick that we laid for a path. We used this brick from the old chimneys in the house. When we bought the house, there were 3 chimneys and we tore them out. And this is the brick that we used for the path. And then if you go like this and you walk up, you're walking into the front part of the driveway garden. And then I'll show you a view coming from this way. I have to get more pea gravel to line all of this. It is going to take a bunch, especially to fill this space. But then it turns. And you know, I was thinking, this is how my brain works. What if I took that bird bath and I put it in the middle, like right here, and then I could put a bench over there just to add a little something. And then I could make another circular like scape and put the bird bath there. I would move that. Just something to think about. Well, you guys, what do you think of the updates? It looks pretty good, right? It is slowly starting to come together, piece by piece. I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to get a bunch of pea gravel and fill in the path, and then maybe kind of just sit on it for a minute. In next spring, I would like to throw in some like bleeding hearts, maybe some more ferns, a couple of different more hostas. Just kind of feel it out and let it breathe for a minute and catch up, because I feel like I've been moving so fast through this garden. And if you guys remember, I just started it, basically just started it this year, where I really started to piece together stuff to make it look like a garden. So I just wanted to say thanks for watching my video. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you stick around, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next video, you guys. I hope you're having a great day. Bye-bye.